Louny. The first city foundation called Redentuinum took part in the 2nd century proved on Ptolemy's apostrophe map. Part of the settlers moved westward and made way for slaves. In the 12th–13th century Germans resettled again. The city was founded in the 12th century. The first known written record dates from 1115. The Church of St. Peter stands on the site of the original fort. The original name was Luna, which is retained in the name of a local park, Pumen Luna, and accounts for the moon as part of the town's emblem. The town developed and expanded during the reign of Ottokar I of Bohemia, although the 30 Years' War depopulated the city. The second half of the 19th century witnessed the economic growth of the area. Until 1918, Louny was part of the Austrian monarchy, Austriacide after the Compromise of 1867, in the district of the same name, one of the 94 Bezirkschaftsmannschaften in Bohemia. The town lies on a railway junction, and a factory for overhauling railway engines and rolling stock was established in 1873, which became a major employer and contributed to the town's expansion during the early 20th century. The former state company has now been privatized, but remains the town's largest employer with a workforce of 750. Archiv, Dalabrca. Other industries include a brewery, from the hops which are grown in the region, and a factory making porcelain electrical insulators for power cables, etc. The town's architecture was formed mainly in the 19th and 20th centuries when many old buildings were torn down. Nevertheless, the most important architectural feature is Roman Catholic St. Nicholas Church, erected between 1517 and 1537 in the late Gothic style. The first written records mentioning the existence of a parish church in Louny date back to 1332. The church was still dedicated to St. Cross. In the 1380s it was rebuilt and named after St. Nicholas. The 60-meter high tower is the only part of the original church that is now visible and was preserved. In the Middle Ages, the second floor of the tower plays an important role as the town councillors stored here the most valuable charters of privileges, keeping them in oak chests which have remained well preserved even today. Above the belfry with its 5 bells, and the level with the tower gallery, is a watchman's chamber. In March 1517, the church and the whole inner town were destroyed by fire, leaving nothing but the tower. 2 years later, local inhabitants asked Benedict Recht, sometimes spelled Reed, the famous royal architect, for help. In 1338, a new 3-nave church was erected on the grounds of the original one, employing a magnificent circular vault, a revolutionary architectural element at the time. Gyraskovn in Louny. The roof of the church is also unique. Its sharp pyramid shape bears a striking resemblance to the picturesque peaks of the Czech Middle Mountains. The interior is dominated by the monumental carved altar made by Jeronim Franz Price, the church benches and Gothic pulpit from 1540, displaying a blind tracery decorated with trefoils and lilies. On the balustrade surrounding the choir loft is the coat of arms of Louny, showing a moon and a star. The beautiful organ, contained in a pseudo-Gothic case, was designed in 1887 by Emanuel Steppenpeter, an organ manufacturer from Prague. At about the same time, the church went through an intensive reconstruction carried out by renowned architects Joseph Macher and Kamil Hilbert. Another masterpiece that the church has to offer is a series of 14 plaques depicting the Stations of the Cross, the work of Franz Charvet from Kutna Hora, completed in 1939. The deep relief carvings were inspired by the paintings of Martin van Feuerstein, a painter who specialized in Nazareth's motifs. To enjoy a magnificent view of the royal town and the surrounding peaks of the central Bohemian Massif, you have to climb about 180 stairs to the church tower gallery. Seeing the medieval town center from above, you will feel the urge to stroll through its little narrow streets.